Hey, everybody. Welcome to Let's Get Local. I'm Debbie Turner with the Turner Real Estate Network, and we have a special guest, Alyson Byrne from Lee Wetherington Homes. Good morning, Alyson. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Debbie. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so we're so excited to have you on here and just get some insight into new construction at a luxury level and what's going on in your market. But first, I'm sure everybody heard a little bit of an accent. Tell us a little bit about your homeland that I was able to visit last summer.
Yeah, I wish I could visit right now. I'm supposed to be there right now. I'm from Dublin, Ireland. That's where I was born and raised. Moved to Florida in 1990 with my husband and two children. And I've been in Florida ever since. So 30 years in Florida now.
Wow. I'm so glad you didn't lose your accent. I love it. Yeah, I was able to tour your campus, the Trinity College where you went.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Just, there's they say you can take the girl out of Dublin. You can't take Dublin out of the girl.
I love it. I love it. So tell us a little bit, how did you first get into selling new construction homes, Alyson?
I kind of just tripped across it. We had been living in Boca Raton for the first 15 years that we were here. And the kids had grown and gone off to college. And we decided, my husband at the time, his family were kind of in this general area on the west coast of Florida. So we decided to move over to the west coast. And so I took a job with a national builder, but it wasn't in sales at all. It was in administration. So I was working for their corporate office. I was doing everything from warranty. I did sales administration. I did permitting. And when the big recession hit in 2008, of course, people were being laid off left and right, especially in our industry.
Yeah.
And but the builder had bought a piece of property in Port Charlotte. He had bought out two other builders that needed to liquidate. So they needed a salesperson. So I said, how about I get my license? Because I was going to be laid off. My job was being terminated. So 3 weeks later, I had my real estate license and I haven't looked back since. So.
Wonderful. Well, that sounds like a perfect foundation for sales. You've got, what happens in the back end and the paperwork and the process. So I'm sure that's part of the reason you've been so successful. And the other part is because you're absolutely phenomenal with the buyers. I know you and I worked together when you were working for the other builder, and we're always, the Turner team, we're big fans of yours and Lee Wetherington. And so let's talk a little bit about Lee Wetherington and the custom homes that you're building over there in Waterside. Waterside is just taken off. I mean, it's just been something that everybody's been so interested about. And of course, people that are watching this might not be from our area or they're new to the area. Tell them a little bit about Waterside, Alyson, and what's going on there.
Well, Waterside is one of Lakewood Ranch's newest villages. It's very large. It's 3,500 acres. And it stretches from I-75 all the way out east of Lorraine Road, and from University Parkway down south to Fruitville Road. It's basically the boundaries. There will be 12 distinct neighborhoods in Waterside. And at the epicenter, of course, of Waterside will be the new downtown, where they'll have waterfront dining, shopping. They'll have Sarasota Center for Performing Arts is moving their facility there. So there will be over 300 theater performances a year, which is that's a cultural component that's missing in Lakewood Ranch.
Absolutely.
Other than movie theaters, we've no outlet for that. So that's fantastic. This new commercial component is just attracting people from all over. LakeHouse Cove itself is a single family home neighborhood. So not all the neighborhoods will be single family home. There'll be condos, there'll be townhomes, there'll be apartments, especially at downtown. But then there will be single family home neighborhoods like LakeHouse Cove. And we have 391 homes will be the total in this community, with an amazing amenity center, and it's maintenance free.
Wow. That's got my attention. The other thing I love too that people might not realize is many of the home sites, and there's also docking, that people can take a boat over to to the amenities and to the shopping and to have dinner. That's
There,
just so cool.
they are planning from our amenity center, which is going to be which is on the same lake as the new downtown. There will be water taxi service from our amenity center to Waterside Place, so you don't even have to take your car.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. So, the other thing is I think sometimes people get intimidated about building a new home, especially a custom home. It's different if you're, buying like one of the national builders. You kind of go in and they don't really move walls. They have the floor plans, and some of them allow you to pick out your floor choices and your countertops and things like that. Some of them don't. There's, definitely inventory homes and things like that. Walk everybody through just briefly the process of how you guys work with your buyers that come in and for their home selections and things like that.
Well, it's a very a la carte experience, and we have an entire team that just caters to the client and everything that they need. So the very first step in the process is we determine where you want to build your home. And, Lee Wetherington, we build in multiple communities throughout Lakewood Ranch and Sarasota. And we also build offsite. We build, Siesta Key, Bird Key, Osprey, Nokomis on people's lots. So, but the first step is determine where. Then we sit down with the architect and we determine what we're going to build.
Yeah.
And as long as it fits on the lot, we can build it. So,
and there's some amazing whats too that you guys offer. Wow, I'm always just blown away.
So it truly is. It becomes a conversation with myself, the architect, the client, and we listen to what the client is envisioning. And our staff architect then puts it all down on paper. He's been with Lee over 20 years, and he's a magician. And, he's able to translate those dreams onto a piece of paper. And then from there, the team takes it and creates that dream, So each Lee Wetherington home becomes really unique to that client.
Mm. Oh, and they're just, the craftsmanship is just so beautiful too. It's, the other thing, I'm really pleased, Alyson, you and I share chairs at the Sales and Marketing Committee at
Yes.
the Builders Industry Association, Manatee, Sarasota. We've been working together there for years. You guys are also members of the BIA and have been for a very long time. And I think that kind of just sets the tone for, the builder and the kind of quality year after year that you guys are putting out there. And it's another reason why you've been so successful too. You guys have a new corporate office that's being built too that I think we need to talk about. Yeah.
So we are building a new corporate office and design center on Fruitville Road. So it's under construction right now, and we're very excited to see that come into being. We're just busting at the seams in our current facility off of University Parkway. And and the design center, our CEO, Greg Carlson, has done a ton of research, with our interior designer, and they are going to create quite the unique design center.
Oh.
It will be a wonderful experience for our clients. And when our clients come into the design center, they're the only ones in it. There's nobody else there.
Wow.
Them and the interior designer. And it typically, she works with the client for 3 full days to make all the selections for their home, more if needed, less if that's what happens. And then the other unique thing about Lee Wetherington Homes is we build our own pools. So that also is done in the same building with the head of Leisure Water Pools, Todd Hubbard, and he creates your pool design. So it's a fun experience. They're a great team. Many of them have been with Lee Wetherington 20, 30 years.
Wow.
So I think it speaks a lot to the builder.
Absolutely.
Will stay with him that long. not just his staff, but also his contractors. Some of our contractors were on second generation, where dad has retired and the son has taken over the business. That's how long they've been doing Lee's work.
It's amazing. Yeah, and we need more trades. I know that's part of one of the initiatives at the Builders Association. They're trying to, they're taking mobile hands-on experiences to different high schools and different facilities to try to get young people interested, like a trade show, so to speak, but it's also like just the hands-on and maybe for some internships, which I think is amazing. Because I know when I was growing up, we had home ec and wood shop and all those things. And for, I'm sure it's cost, but those were all eliminated over the years. And I think they're trying to bring them back.
Yeah, and our CEO, Greg Carlson, is very involved in that initiative to stimulate interest in high school students to go to trade schools, to open their own businesses, be plumbers, carpenters, painters, and they are badly needed. So.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So yeah, well, and for people that are listening too, so if you don't know, the design center sometimes can be pretty far away from where you're buying your home. And it can be kind of exhausting if you go. There's a lot of things to pick out. So just the sheer fact that your buyers don't have to drive 2 hours to then go and try to be refreshed and look at some things that they might be a little bit nervous about too, because you don't know what you don't know. And if you've never built a home, it can be very intimidating. I know I've built a custom home, and it's not easy. And it's certainly not easy if you, your spouse and you don't agree on things too. So there's all that dynamic that goes in. So just the fact that you guys are going to have it right here, local, where people can go. And I've seen some of the artists' renderings for it, and it looks absolutely beautiful. It's very modern and sleek looking, and definitely going to capture some attention there too. And the pools, I mean, some of the features that I've seen over the last, even year, because I think so many people have been home with COVID. I know even to get somebody to come out and give you an estimate to build a pool, if you've already have your home, is really tough. So I think it's so important that, Lee Wetherington as a builder has his own pool company, complete control over all of that, so that everything goes through seamlessly is one of the reasons we like doing business with you guys.
Well, and to the client, to the customer, their warranty on their pool is coming from their builder, which gives them that extra feeling of confidence. And the design, having the design done by the same company in the same office and the same CAD system, just makes it seamless.
It definitely does. So, and just for everyone that's listening that may or may not know, can you give us like a range, maybe some of the lot pricing that you have still available? I know you guys have sold quite a bit, and just like an entry level, a base model, a couple of the floor plans you have there just for pricing.
Well, here in LakeHouse Cove, house, lot, and pool, so everything all in, you'd be looking for the smallest home, which is 2692 square feet. You'd be looking in the high 800s. Lot prices in here, the ones that we have remaining are 240 to 245. But that's in that high 800s. So you can get in here, in that price point. So our range in LakeHouse Cove would be that up to 2 million.
Okay.
In Lake Club, I still have lots remaining, and you won't believe the price. The lots in Lake Club that I have remaining are 95,000.
Wow, that is incredible.
Into Lake Club, it's an amazing opportunity to do it. Nowhere in Lakewood Ranch will you find a lot for 95,000.
No.
So, and then in the Founders Club, I have lots from 135,000 up to 300,000. Wow. So, there's still good value in land out there. And if you can get a less expensive home site, then it makes building your home more affordable.
Absolutely. You've got more money to work with there in the design center and such. Well, Alyson, this is great. All of the communities you named are, a lot of people coming from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, things like that. They're coming down here. One of the things in all the communities that Alyson's just named is the houses are very spread apart. You're not going to be able to hear your neighbor sneezing on the lanai when you're sitting out back. So, you know, her information's at the bottom. Please give her a call. Have any questions? If you're out of state, if you're local, Alyson is your local expert with Lee Wetherington. And thank you, Alyson, so much for being on the show. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Debbie.
Have a good day, everybody.